welcome your first LEGO League Challenge Master of Ceremonies from First Canada, Karthik Kanagasabathy.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the first LEGO League Challenge Kingston remote qualifying event. That's right, the season is starting for real right here, right now, today. Thank you so much for being here. I know this is different. You're all at home, but can everyone make some noise for me? Make some noise in your bedroom, in your living room, in your kitchen, wherever you are and you're enjoying first LEGO League action. I know I am hyped. I hope you are hyped, and this is going to be a great event. Today, we're going to be showcasing and celebrating the learning and accomplishments of all our first LEGO League Challenge teams. And we're going to be showing you a lot of good stuff. Of course, we're going to be having an opening ceremonies welcoming everyone to this event like we're doing right now. We're going to have match footage. That's right. The best match that every one of these 13 teams has played is going to be shown right here today with commentary. We're going to be taking a look at a couple of the innovation project presentations so you can get a behind-the-scenes look at what some of the teams are working on, and of course, our award ceremonies. We're going to find out the 6 teams who are qualifying from this Kingston remote qualifying tournament to the first LEGO League Challenge First Canada Provincial Championship happening on May 15th as part of the First Canada Digital Expo. It is going to be a great day, and I'm so excited to get started. But it is very important that we recognize the land we all live upon today. As we gather for this meeting, physically dispersed and virtually constructed, let us take a moment to reflect on the meaning of place and in doing so, recognize the various traditional lands on which we celebrate today. We acknowledge the elders, past, present, and emerging, of all the land on which we work and live and their ancestral spirits with gratitude and respect. We acknowledge that this land, out of respect for the indigenous nations who have cared for Turtle Island, also called North America, from before the arrival of settler peoples until this day. Most importantly, we remember the history of these lands has been tainted by poor treatment and a lack of friendship with the First Nations who call them home. This history is something we are all affected by as we are all treaty people in Canada. We all have a shared history to reflect upon, and each of us is affected by this history in different ways. Our past defines our present, but if we move forward as friends and allies, it does not have to define our future. Now, to get things started, please welcome the tournament director of the Kingston Remote Qualifying Tournament, Steven Schwartzentruber.
Good morning, teams. It has been a season. From the color-coded warnings to the lockdown, social distancing, the isolation in the online school, we are still here. Our teams have shown admirable perseverance to compete at today's event. No year has been as challenging as this one to reach the finish line. Many, in fact, most teams in Ontario took this year off. So the teams that we see today at this event are the ones that persevered against the odds. Not only is it our teams that I am proud of, but our entire event staff. This marks the 10th year of a first LEGO League event in Kingston, and our event is older than some of our participants. As we reach this milestone, I would like to extend a debt of gratitude to many of the volunteers who got us here. John Shaw has been our judge advisor from the very beginning. Several of our volunteers, including Eden and Logan Bibick, have also been involved in some way for the past decade, first as participants, then as referees, and then as leaders. I would also like to take a moment to recognize Brennan Bibick, who has also served as tournament director and is our perennial master of ceremonies, as well as Tegan Poles, who has served as tournament director for the first LEGO League Explore side of the event. This year, I want to give special recognition to the team at First Robotics Canada, especially Annika Pint, for her guidance as we became the very first virtual first LEGO League Challenge event in Ontario. But I would be remiss if I failed to mention Christine Bibick. Under her guidance, 11 years ago, we hosted our first practice event alongside an official first LEGO League Explore event. Many of our volunteers today were participants at that very first event. Christine Bibick was tournament director for 7 years, during which time she gave everything she had to make this event as memorable and as fun as she could. She cares about the small details that make this event special for our participants, from giving them a chance to assemble their Lego medallions to making a fence out of balloons. She brought a sense of fun and whimsy to the event that all of our participants noticed. No detail was too small when it came to making the event enjoyable for our participants. And lastly, I would like to circle back to our teams. Our teams exist today because of the efforts of our parents, teachers, mentors, and coaches. To those who have sacrificed so many evenings, lunchtimes, weekends, and holidays, I thank you. Pound for pound, FIRST is some of the most impactful programming that you can do with your children. I know the investment that we make in our participants will pay dividends when they grow up under the principles of core values, cooperation, and gracious professionalism. Thank you for attending today's event, and I really hope you enjoy it.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Now, to get things started, let's take a look at the season theme video from FIRST, all about game changers.
For centuries, sports have played an integral part of our culture. Moving, collaborating, competing, celebrating. We rally around our athletes, lift them up, and admire their awe-inspiring moments and stories that give us hope. The nature of traditional sports is shifting, and we have the power to be forces for change and redefine the game. No matter whether our talents lie on the court, in the lab, or with a controller in hand, there's an athlete inside each and every one of us. Let's work together to champion every sport and every person that plays the game. It's time for us to revolutionize the way we play and move. It's time to be game changers.
That's right, it's time to be game changers. FIRST is a nonprofit organization with a mission to get kids excited about science and technology. FIRST and the LEGO Group partnered to create the first LEGO Week program all the way back in 1998. 200 teams participated that first year, and as of last year, there were over 320,000 students in nearly 100 countries participating in this amazing program. FIRST LEGO Week Challenge teams prepared for this tournament by working together to design and build an autonomous robot and to develop an innovative solution to a real-world problem, all while demonstrating the FIRST core values we hold so dearly. For the replay season, teams found ways to promote physical activity for people of all ages and abilities, making it safe, fun, and accessible. In the robot game, teams can earn points in 2-minute and 30-second matches by completing missions related to this year's challenge theme and promoting physical activity. So, let's take a look at all this year's awesome missions.
This is the replay competition field. There are 14 missions, which can be attempted in any order. You do not have to complete all the missions, just try as many as you can in each 2.5-minute round. Only the score from your best round will be counted. Your robot must start from this launch area, and you should program it to return to this home area when it returns from the field. You can handle and modify your robot while it is in the home area. If your robot and all its equipment is small enough to fit in this small inspection area, you will score 25 points. Mission 1, Innovation Project. During this mission, you will use the white brick model that you have made that represents the solution to your innovation project. The robot moves your white brick model into the replay logo, or to the gray area around the bench. Mission 2, Step Counter. The robot slides the step counter slow and steady. The further it moves, the more points that are scored. Mission 3, Slide. The robot slides the people off the slide and moves them to other areas, completely in home or on the heavy tire. Mission 4, Bench. The robot flattens the bench, removes the backrest, and gets cubes into the hopscotch spaces. Mission 5, Basketball. The robot gets a cube into the crate and raises the crate up the basketball post to the middle height, or to the top height. Mission 6, Pull-up bar. The robot passes completely under the bar in either direction, then later comes back and lifts itself off the mat at the end of the match. Mission 7, Robot Dance. If the robot is dancing on the dance floor at the end of the match, Mission 8, Boccia. If both share models have sent only one cube anywhere into the opposing field, and those cubes color match each other. If there are any color cubes in your frame or target. And if there is at least one yellow cube completely in your target. Mission 9, Tire Flip. The robot flips tires white side up, the heavy black tread tire and the light blue tread tire. If the heavy tire crosses the red flip line at any time, it scores 0. The robot moves the tires into the large target circle. Mission 10, Cell Phone. The robot flips the cell phone white side up. Mission 11, Treadmill. The robot spins the rollers to move the pointer clockwise. The further it moves, the more points scored. Gray, red, orange, yellow, light green, or dark green. Mission 12, Row Machine. The robot moves the free wheel out of the large circle and into its smaller target circle. Mission 13, Weight Machine. Before the match, set the weight machine to the color you want: blue, magenta, or yellow. During the match, the robot forces the large lever down until the little yellow stopper falls to score points. Blue, magenta, or yellow. Mission 14, Health Units. The robot collects health units from around the field, then moves them to target areas, touching the replay logo, touching the gray area around the bench, or looped over the pull-up bar post. Mission 15, Precision. If you interrupt your robot, you will lose a precision token. Precision tokens left on the field can result in extra points. Remember to read the robot game rules and check for any updates during the season. Good luck!
Wow, this is like a really exciting challenge. There's so many different missions, so much going on in the field, and we can't wait to show you all that action. I'm a personal fan of the basketball mission. You get 25 points for going up high. I wonder how many points Anthony Edwards would have gotten for his dunk on Utah last night, because he went really high. So lots of good stuff happening here. And first LEGO League action, it's going to be coming up in just one moment. But before we do that, let's take a look at a word from one of our sponsors, who's also a first LEGO League Challenge sponsor, Hatch.
When I was applying for co-ops, I was really looking for a place that would allow me to have the greatest amount of experience. And since Hatch is such a big company, I knew that I would be able to get involved with all the different groups that the company offers.
What surprised me about working at Hatch was the amount of responsibility that you're given very quickly, like once you start.
There's so many opportunities to learn, not just from specialists in the field, but also from something like Lunch and Learns, or even safety shares. So it's not something technical that I'm learning, but something that might help me in my everyday life.
For me to be able to just walk into their office and ask them whatever I want, to schedule a meeting whenever I want, to be able to work directly with them on building things was an insanely good experience.
As a student, I am as much valued as the other employees that are here.
I enjoy working here because people are very friendly, and this environment that they created has been more than absolute perfect.
Thank you to Hatch and all our sponsors. You can't run events like this without the support of amazing sponsors. And at First Canada, we have so many that we are very thankful for. Now it's time to meet some of the people who helped put this event together. First off, this group has been working all week long to interview all the teams, hear all your stories, and then make some really tough decisions on awards. Let's meet our judges. The judges evaluate teams in 3 areas: robot design, innovation project, and core values, and have the challenging task of determining the award winners from the many amazing teams that are participating. Thank you to all the judges, especially our judge advisor, John Shaw, for volunteering their time to help make this event possible. Next, let's meet the referees, who serve as robot game officials and have the very difficult task of scoring recorded instead of live matches this year. That's right, teams sent in videos of their matches and the referees scored them, virtually. And so it's a big challenge doing that, because you can't walk to the field and pick something up and take a look. You got to make decisions, and they made some tough ones, but they did a really great job. They have years of experience, and under the guidance of head referee Eden Bibick, they did an amazing job, and we're very grateful to them for volunteering their time to ensure that everyone has fun while staying within the rules of the game. Next, we'd like to thank our tournament planning committee, who have gone to great lengths to organize this remote event. Like all of us, they too have had to adapt to the new way to play and have had to learn and apply many new approaches to planning a tournament. They did a fantastic job, and we are grateful to them for volunteering their time to ensure that all our teams had a place to play. And as we said earlier, events like this one wouldn't be possible without the support of local sponsors. So let's take a moment to recognize one of the Kingston First LEGO League Challenge local sponsors, Bosch.
Like a boss, easy use, like a boss. Connect machines, like a boss. Perfect team, like a boss. Flexible line, like a boss. To make it mine, like a boss. No downtime, like a boss. That's worth a rhyme.
Excuse me? Did you say no downtime? That's not true. We have scheduled downtime.
Like a boss. Control detect, like a boss. Phone check, like a boss. Go 5G, like a boss. IoT, IoT, vision. That's our mission. Never stressed like a boss. AR test like a boss. Data cloud like a boss. Makes me proud. Together we save energy. IoT, 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 IoT. Manufactured like a Bosch, with many innovations for the factory of the future. From Bosch.
Now it's time to meet the teams. To help us do that, please welcome our game announcer, longtime first volunteer and a first LEGO League alum from way back in the day, Brennan Vivek.
Hello, Karthik. Excited to be here. Excited to meet these amazing teams here competing at the Kingston Remote Regional. So we're going to start off introducing every team, starting off with team number 105, the Waffles from Kingston. Also joining us here today is team number 3434, the Pawfessionals from Campbellville. Next up, we have team number 23608, Halcyon from Unionville. Then we have team number 31400, Texanic Knights from Scarborough. Joining them today, it is team number 38463, Technados from Hamilton. We also have team number 38479, Funovate from Ottawa. Local team from Kingston, L Cube, team number 44462. We also have team number 44847, Gertbots from Kingston. And next we have team number 45233, Top Path Eagles from Richmond Hill. Checking in with our rookie teams, starting with 5440, E3N from Markham. Also a rookie team, team number 5930, Jav Champions from East York. Another rookie team coming up, 51093, Lightning Tech from Oakville. And last but certainly not least, a fantastic rookie team, 51167, Lego Builders from Scarborough.
Congratulations to all the teams for competing today, but especially our rookies. This has been a long year, but they've made it. So let's get into the game and have a ball at today's competition. And now, I think, Brennan, is it time? It's time.
It's time for our first match. It's going to be great.
It's going to be good. You know, we've been waiting for robot action for so long. It's been, you and I, we're pretty similar. We love robots. We love watching robots. We love the strategy. We love the design. And we get to see some real action here for the first time in a long time. So it's cool. So everyone, I hope you're as pumped as we are because we're excited for this. So let's not waste any time and get into our first match. Starting off. Now, everyone, remember, we're going to be playing 2 matches at a time. So teams will be playing in groups of 2, one on the left, one on the right. All teams played 3 matches that were scored for this event. At this showcase, we're just going to be showing 1 match, usually the team's highest scoring match. So keep that in mind. 2 matches at a time. Cheer on your favorite teams. I know you're at home, but still cheer. Bring that excitement, bring that energy. Do a little bit of dance when the robots dance. We want to see you dance. I'll bust out the sprinkler. We're going to be setting it all up. We're going to be going hard today. So, in match segment number 1, on the left, we have team 5440, Entheran. And on the right, we've got team 51167, the Lego Builders. So, we're going to get this match started in 3, 2, 1, Lego!
All right, here we go. Match number 1 of the Kingston Remote Regional. We see on the left-hand side, quickly jumping into trying to complete that step counter, getting it all the way to the yellow zone for maximum number of points. Meanwhile, on the right side, we are delivering a bunch of cubes into the hopscotch, removing the bench back, and knocking over the bench in one smooth motion. Very effective driving there, or pre-programmed stuff over on the right side. We see the robot expertly navigating. Looks like they might be going for the treadmill mission. Lining up on that line, very precise movement from 5440 and 3N. Looks like they're going to go for the rowing machine first, placing that into the circle for maximum points. Meanwhile, on the other side, basketball hoop going up to the second level. And we're going to see the boccia mission completed as well for 51,167, while the treadmill is getting a little workout here. Robot running on the treadmill, getting maximum points, just a little bit more to go, and looks like they are good to go. 1 minute, 25 seconds left. Over on the other side, we see a bunch of these cubes being placed inside that target zone. So the robot expertly navigates through, following lines, making sure that they're as precise as possible. Looks like they might be going to the weightlifting mission. Going for the hardest setting, looks like, and they are able to get it all the way up. Will it stay? And it looks good. With 1 minute left, they're going to make their way back to the home area to reset their robot. Over on the left, 5440, looking to line up and go out again. Looks like they're going to go for the bench mission. Removing that back, knocking it over, and maybe even dropping over some cubes as well. So they're making their way to the slide mission. Over on the other side, underneath the pull-up bar, that's going to get them points, and they're going to be dance floor with 30 seconds left. Looks like 5167 Lego Builders is happy with that, and their robot's going to do a little bit of a dance. So all eyes on the left-hand side of the screen as we wait for the final 20 seconds of this match, lining up. Maybe one more to go for team number N3 or team N3N. Looks like they're expertly navigating underneath that pull-up bar, getting those extra points. 4 seconds left. Are they going to start dancing on the dance floor? They do just at the end. What a great match from both of these teams. Karthik, why don't you tell us a little bit about these scores?
Well, we'll have the scores in a second, but I gotta say, it's exciting to see the robots dancing. You know, I was dancing in my seat over here. Brennan, are you gonna be dancing a little bit today?
Absolutely. These teams are dancing amazingly on the dance floor. It makes me want to join them every time.
It is pretty cool stuff, but enough time has passed. So let's take a look at the scores from match number 1, starting off with team 5440 and Turan. 295 big points. What a way to start the day. That's a great score. And for team 51,167, the Lego Builders, 330 points. A beach box match. Let's get the towel, let's get the beach ball, let's get the umbrella, let's do it all. Another great score. Brennan, this is like a really cool way to start the day.
Absolutely. These teams were fantastic for their first match, and I think we're going to see some great action as well in the future.
All right, but you know what? It's time to just jump right into our next match. And on the left side, we're going to have team 31,400 Texanic Knights. And on the right, we're going to have team 44,847 the Gert Box. So let's get this match started, counting down in 3, 2, 1, Lego!
All right, 2 more great teams coming up in just a second. And here we go. We can see the action here. Gertbots looking like they're already going underneath the pull-up bar early, getting those points locked in. Meanwhile, 31,400 delivering a cube into the basketball basket, which is going to earn points for them, and dumping a bunch of cubes into that area for extra points. We see Gertbots, they remove the bench back and knock it over. Great action early on. Lots of high scoring here. You see both teams carefully aligning the robots, making modifications to do their next missions. So we see 31,400, and they knock over that bench successfully, making room for the active hopscotch area. 1 minute, 33 seconds left. Gertbots and Texanic Knights getting ready. And Gertbots is off. Looks like they're going to put a bunch of cubes into that hopscotch area. Maybe 2 of them. Successful. 31,400 doing the exact same thing. 4 very easily done from that Texanic Knights team. Very well done. We see the step counter mission being attempted by Gertbots, making sure they're getting it all the way into the yellow zone. Looks like they are successful. 1 minute remaining left in this match. You're gonna see Texanic Knights lining up again. They have a new attachment on their robot. We'll see what they do with that one. As both teams jump into action, we see the innovation model looks like placed for Gertbots, and it's going to be the step counter for Texanic Knights completed. Looks like they're trying to turn, getting a little bit hung up, but looks good. And will they make it through under the pull-up bar? They are successful, so that's good points for them. And making their way to the dance floor, and they're going to do a bit of a shimmy back and forth, dancing on the dance floor. Gertbots, looks like they're waiting a little bit. Also doing a little bit of a dance. The operators getting showing off their skills. We have the final 10 seconds of this match. Gertbot's going to jump into action, make their way to the dance floor, and they're going to do a fantastic dance there as well. Lots of dancing from these teams. As our second match concludes, Karthik, what did you think?
Well, I thought it was great. Like the level of attainment of these teams, early in the season, this is fantastic. And with the dancing, it's like shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff. It's like all the good stuff is happening here. And we have the scores ready. First off, for the Texanic Knights team, 31,400, the score is 280 points. Right, these scores just keep coming. Wow. And for the Gertbots team, 44,847, 260 points. Once again, great scores to teams. You should be really proud of yourself. Congratulations on that awesome effort. But now we're going to go into match segment 3. And on the left side, we got team 38,463, the Technados. And on the right, team 38,479, Funovate. All right, teams are getting ready. They're getting set up on the field. We're going to get this match started in 3, 2, 1, Lego!
Okay, match number 3, and all the teams are off into action already. We see a stealthy placement there from the left-hand side, trying to push that all the way over. And it looks like on the right-hand side, trying to navigate to the rowing machine. Will they grab that wheel and pull it into the correct position? Looks like they do. Fully in that circle, so that's extra bonus points. Not just pulling the rowing machine all the way back, but getting it in that very tight circle as well. Great job from Team Funovate on the right side. And meanwhile, on the left side, we see some driving, trying to place some of those cubes, potentially, into the scoring zone. It's 38,463 activating that slide, getting a yellow into the center, it looks like. So I believe that's 10 points as well for them. Slow and steady wins the race, and we see both teams very expertly maneuvering, making sure that they get into position fully. Very tall robot on the left-hand side, making their way through, grabbing and dropping one of those pieces over underneath the pull-up bar currently. Over on the right-hand side, we see hitting and activating the Boccia mission, getting that yellow maybe into the center. It's very close. That'd be great for some points. And we see lifting that weightlifting on the left-hand side from Technados. Great job for them. We have just under a minute remaining. You're going to see the one cube shoved over to the other side of the field on the right side, and they're going to lift the basketball net as well. Looks like they got level 2. And trying to get that bench, maybe didn't quite get it that time, but no problem. They made it back to their home area as the team on the left-hand side, Technados, gets the bench, going for the basketball net, trying to lift it up to the max height. So far, we haven't seen anybody do that, but it looks like they are able to. Maximum height for Technados. Great job from them. As we're coming down to the final few seconds here. Underneath the pull-up bar, and delivers a bunch of cubes on the right-hand side. Great job, Funovate. Maybe making their way to the dance floor. Gonna do a bit of a dance. Looks great. And looks like the match has concluded. Great job to both of these amazing teams.
Another really fun match, a lot of dancing going on. diversity of missions there, which is really neat, Brennan, because you're seeing teams doing, all sorts of things. And it's interesting to see how each team plans out their strategy, because there's not one set way to do this. It's not like there's just one path. There's like a million ways to solve a puzzle. And so it's really pretty neat.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's take a look at the scores from this round of matches. Starting off on the left side, the Technados had 370 points. Wow. Yeah. That is so impressive. Congratulations to the Technados. But let's see how Funavate did. 425. I remember back in the day, Brendan, when 400 was like a perfect score. You couldn't even get higher than 400.
Yeah. These teams are really showing up today.
Yeah, they are showing up. They've taken advantage of all the time that they've had, and they made things work. And remember, so many of these teams, they're not able to meet in person. They're doing things distantly. Some people are working on some attachments at their homes. They're finding ways to share. They're finding ways to collaborate. So it made this season even more challenging. So congratulations to all the teams. It doesn't, if 425, that's amazing. But it doesn't matter if your score was only 45. You've really accomplished something, and you've really made something happen. It's about the journey, and we're just proud of all of these teams and seeing all these exciting matches. But exciting matches, I think we should see some more, right, Brendan?
Absolutely. I'm excited for this next one.
Let's go into match segment number 4. We've only got one team competing this time. Odd number of teams at this tournament, so obviously it's a parity argument. You're going to have one round with only one team. And so one team here is going to have the spotlight to themselves, and that's Team 5930, the Jave Champions. So let's do this. Starting this match in 3, 2, 1, Lego!
All right, we have the Jave Champions on the field. Looks like they knock over that bench real quick. Great job from them. And they remove the back of the bench as well in one smooth motion. That's one of these really important things in First Lego League Challenge, is multiplying your actions in a short amount of time. So you can do two things at once. Really impressive. Very precise lineup here from the Jave Champions operator. As their robot gets sent out onto the field, will they knock over one of those cubes? Looks like they do, so great job for them. That's going to be more points. And another quick attachment change, using the field markings on the field to line up their robot accurately as possible, and they're already out for more action. Going underneath the pull-up bar, 15 points for them, coming back. A little bit caught up on the back, but will they make it back home? We will see. Not quite, unfortunately, but that's okay. They have lots of missions planned ahead. All right, we see the Innovation Challenge mission now. This is a really cool one because you get to build your own field pieces and place them onto the replay logo, and looks like they are successful. So great job from Jave Champions. Also, looks like they're going for the step counter now. Trying to get that pushed into the yellow zone for most amount of points, but if you can just do partially of the way there, then you still get some good points there. Looks like they just barely missed that one. Just waiting for their robot to return so that they can retrieve it without any penalty. And looks like they did so great. Very high action here with 44 seconds left in this match. Looks like they're loading up their robot with some different attachments, multiple motors on their robot with different arms, trying to complete different tasks. We have the final 30 seconds of the match, making sure that they are fully ready to go to lock in as many points as they possibly can. We see that jig alignment, trying to help align their robot, making sure that it's in position. 10 seconds left, not a lot of time left on the clock. Will they be able to get their final mission off in time? We're gonna see. They're going over, and they bump just at the end. A whole bunch of cubes going into that target zone, earning a bunch of points for 50, 90, 930.
I love the buzzer beaters. It's so great because, when the time's clicking down there and you're the student as a driver, and Brennan, you were in this role before, it's nerve-wracking. He's like, oh, I got to get the robot out. And they got it in just in the nick of time. So very, very cool there. And let's take a look at the score. The Jave Champions end up with 245 points. Nicely done in match segment number 4.
Very solid.
Yeah, it's just great. All the robots are doing amazing here. This is fantastic. And now it's time for match segment number 5. And we've got 2 teams here, starting off with team 23608 Halcyon, who will be playing on the left. And we've got team 105, the Waffles, playing on the right. So I think we're about ready to get this one started. Halcyon on the left, Waffles on the right, starting in 3, 2, 1, Lego!
All right, here we go. Big attachment on the left immediately. Both teams going for the bench, and we see the bench knocked over from the Waffles on the left-hand side bench. Back removed and knocked over in one smooth motion. So they're changing attachments here. Waffles going for the back bench, trying to remove it, and they do. Very successful, earning some more points for them. Looks like we have a bunch of cubes ready to go to the hopscotch court for 23608 Halcyon. So they're going to slowly make their way out. Very elaborate contraption, and look at that, all of them drop at the same time. They're going to have to touch the robot because it looks like it got a little bit stuck, but still worth it. They got a whole bunch of points on the board. Over on the right side, Waffles trying to change their attachments, removing a motor. Looks like they're going to go for a different mission now, finding the right program. It's both robots in the staging area, and off the Waffles go. Looks like they're going for the step counter, pushing that perhaps all the way to the yellow zone for a maximum amount of points. And looks like they do. We'll see what they do next. Meanwhile, on the other side, Halcyon moving across. They're going to do the step counter as well, following Waffles' lead there. Both teams completing great objectives, starting with the bench and then going to the step counter. Halcyon, see what they go to do next. They follow their line very accurately there. Looks like they are going for the treadmill, and they're going to start running that treadmill down. Looks like they got a few points there, maybe not the full duration, but that's okay. They still got a bunch of points, and they're doing the very difficult challenge of the rowing machine. They're going to retrieve that. The robot maybe got a little bit stuck. Waffles going underneath the pull-up bar, gonna get some great points there. Going for the dance, and they are dancing on the dance floor. Great job from the Waffles, and over on the left-hand side, we'll see what Halcyon decides to do in the final 20 seconds. We'll see if they have the ability to run one more mission. Not sure. Looks like they might be happy with what they have, and that's great for them as well. Great job to both of these teams. The timer runs out, and that concludes our match. Karthik, you might be...
Hi everyone. There we go. You hear me now. It's part of like the whole Zoom culture, right? That someone's got to forget to unmute themselves. But what I was saying, Brennan, is it's hard to fill the 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So it's okay for teams to you do a few missions and then just kind of chill back at the base or chill in the dance spot and chill on the dance floor and like let things go. But let's take a look at the scores from match segment number 5 for Halcyon team 23608. Score was 190 points, and for the Waffles team 105. 200 points. Closely matched right there. Great job to those teams. And now let's get ready for another match segment. We got lots of Lego stuff happening. And in match 6, we have team 42533, the Top Path Eagles. Caw-caw, caw-caw. And on the right side, team 44462, L Cube. Just to let you know, team 44,462 is not a cubic number, but they're still L cubed. Just checking that out here. Always got to test your cube roots, Okay, we're going to get started with this match. Brennan, ready to go?
I am super ready.
We're starting this in 3, 2, 1, Lego!
All right, off we go. Big, tall robot on the left-hand side, L cube. On the right-hand side, looks like they went for the treadmill first off. Very good job. Very quick scoring there. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, going for the Boccia mission, getting that yellow cube into the zone, and a slide. Here we go, slide attempt. Both people off the slide, and that's from Team Lightning Tech. Great job from them, earning maximum number of points from just getting the people off the slide. We're going to see another cube dropped over to the other side of the field from the Lightning Tech. Great job from them. L Cubed on the other side. They've knocked down the bench and put a bunch of cubes into the hopscotch area. It looks like they're going for their innovation mission, which they placed successfully. And they're going to change attachments, quickly attaching a big arm on top of their robot. Looks like we see attachment changes from Lightning Tech as well. And we see L-Cube gonna retrieve a little bit here. Top Path Eagles. Okay, wow. Two players, or two people removed from the slide. L-Cube, great job to them. And Top Path Eagles, look at that delivery system. Bang! 3 or 4 things all at one time. Very efficient programming there from Top Path Eagles, 42-5-33. And we see L Cubed also getting one of those cubes over to the other side of the field. You know, it's in their name. They're used to dealing with a bunch of cubes. Maybe their specialty is we see them going for the step counter. Looks like also the step counter mission going to be attempted here from Top Path Eagles as they very smoothly go through that. Last 30 seconds of the match. Both teams successfully completing that. Looks like L Cubed lining up, trying to go underneath that pull-up bar. They are successful and making their way to the dance floor. Gonna start dancing on the dance floor. Will the Top Path Eagles join them as they go underneath, drop a bunch of cubes into the bocce mission, and they are going to be dancing as well, and they knock over another cube over there on the other side of the field. Wow, what a great finish from both these teams. Karthik, what did you think of that match?
You know, that was a lot of fun stuff going on there. A lot of interesting things. Just so many, like, I just love how many missions there are and how many different ways you can do it. You can see the team's different approaches. And none of these robots we've seen so far really look alike. There's a lot of different mechanisms going on. And it's neat to kind of see up close what's happening there. But Brennan, there's been a lot of chat in the Twitch chat going on right now. They're talking about the matches. Shout out to everyone who's watching on Twitch and in the chat. But there's a lot of people saying that they want to see you dance, Brennan. You know, there's comments from someone, Tagan4476, don't know if you know this person, Swaggy P. So they said you dance, and they're waiting to see it. So are we going to see that right now? Oh, look at that. There we go. There we go. He's got the boogies. He's got the moves. Oh, Brennan. Fabulous job there, Brennan. Thank you, our announcer. Just keeping everything pumped up. But you know what else is going to be pumped up? The scores we're going to see for match segment number 6, starting with the Top Path Eagles. Their score was 310 points. And L Cube, Team 44-462, 285 points. By the way, in case you were wondering, the cube root of 44-462 is approximately 35.3, 35.4. So, yeah, in case you needed to know, just a fun fact. Always got to do some cube roots when the action's going on. Brennan, are you ready for our last set of matches of the day?
I'm super excited. I'm really excited to see these final 2 teams. We've seen some great competitors here today, and I think they're going to cap us off with a bang.
All right, so let's do it. On the left side, we got Team 51093, the Lightning Tech. And on the right side, Team 3434, the Pawfessionals. Get your paws ready, whether it be puppy paw, cat paw, red panda paw, bunny paw, you know, lots of animals have paws. And the Pawfessionals are going to be taking it to the action on the first LEGO League Challenge table in just 1 second, because we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Lego.
All right, here we go. All these teams, they have such elaborate attachments. We see the bench mission and delivery of 4 cubes knocked over as well. Very efficient programming there from 3434. Basketball mission all the way to the top height from 51093, and they're going to get that cube knocked over to the other side of the field. Great job from them. Going to go back to the home area a very unconventional way, but very smart there. They didn't have to drive all the way back to their loading start. They just went over to the side so that they could save a little bit of time there. Great work from Lightning Tech there. Over on the right side, we see the row mission being attempted very quickly and very successfully. And we're going to see one of the tires. I think this is the first tire flip attempt. So we're going to see the robot bring the tire back. That's the Pawfessionals, and they're going to be able to flip that in base for some extra points. Slide mission being attempted. Two people off the slide. Great job from Lightning Tech. Very quick into action there, as we see on the right-hand side, Professionals also making their way, going to knock one of those cubes over, and now they're going to attempt the basketball mission, going up to the second level, and up again, all the way to the top. Great job from the Professionals, and they're going to use the same strategy, making it to the home base, and they're going to be able to retrieve that robot. Very, very great work from both these teams. Looks like we see on the left-hand side, Lightning Tech making their way back after just completing potentially the treadmill mission. So great job to them. They had a wheel on the end of their robot that was very quick at completing that. And we see both robots off once again, following the line. Both teams really effectively choosing their methods here. So we see the innovation model dropped off by 3434. Both teams making it underneath. And will we see our first climb? We see a climb from the right-hand side, hanging off, doing the pull-up. Really smooth from 3434. Very impressive. But Lightning Tech still has 13 seconds left. They dropped off a bunch of cubes into the zone. It looks like they're doing a dance. You can even see their arm indexing in and out. Extra touch there for the dancing robot. What a great final match here. Karthik, what was your favorite part of that?
Oh, the climb. You know, we got all these matches and we hadn't seen it, and then we saw it go up. The Professionals, like, that was really, really cool. And I loved how it was like the like multiple degree of freedom dance that was going on with the with Lightning Tech there at the end. It's so cool. Like, you know, we saw 13 different repeats, and we saw something different in almost every one of them. So that is great. So let's take a look at the scores from our last match. Lightning Tech 51-093. 430 points. Wow. And the Professionals 34-34 going for the chin up, got the 435 points. Round of applause for these teams. That is fantastic. So, Brennan, we saw a lot of amazing teams. Congratulations to all of them. Let's take a look at a recap of all the top scores for all 13 teams who competed at the Kingston Remote Qualifying Tournament. All right, we're going to talk about those scores later on in the awards ceremony. We'll come back to that. But congratulations to all the teams. Your scores were very impressive. That was great stuff. Brennan, thank you so much for doing some announcing. But I hear you're going to be back a little bit. We got a little bit of fun coming up for the teams, right?
Absolutely. We got this Kahoot coming up, and it's going to be a bunch of fun. Everybody can participate, so make sure you tune in for that.
All right, Kahoot Challenge in just a few moments. Before we get to that, let's take a look at this video from one of First Canada's sponsors, Magna. Thank you to Magna. So we saw some very impressive matches today. It was just like fantastic how great these scores were and how fantastic these teams are. But there's a lot more to First LEGO League Challenge than just what's going on in the field. We know the teams have designed, built, and programmed robots like the ones you saw to complete these missions. But they also developed solutions to real-world problems related to the Replay Challenge theme. So today we're going to take a look at some of these amazing innovations by taking a look at some spotlight presentations from a couple of our teams. First off, our first spotlight presentation is Team 38479, Funovate.
Go.
Hey Howard, do you want to go for a run later today?
A run? Sorry, I don't have time today. Maybe some other time.
Do you want to go for a run? I'm free.
I still can't run today. I've got other things to do.
Do you have time to go for a run now? It's a holiday.
I'm sorry, I don't really want to go for a run though.
Lack of motivation is a big problem today and is common among many teens and adults, which is why we're going to present you to our solution.
Motivation.
The key to physical activity.
By Team Funovate. Hi, we're Team Funovate, and this is our project on solving the issue lack of motivation in physical activity. You might be wondering why this is such a big issue. Right now, people are trying to get enough exercise. Motivation is said to be one of the top 3 barriers for lack of physical activity. Well, physical activity, including sports and exercise, are very important to well-being. Not exercising can lead to consequences such as heart disease, obesity, high blood pressure, high blood cholesterol, and type 2 diabetes. Lack of exercise can also lead to a weaker immune system, which will lead to illnesses. These conditions can last for a long time and can affect the well-being of an individual greatly. Furthermore, 50% of youth in Canada are sedentary, and another 30% of youth in Canada don't get enough exercise. Also, an estimated 1.664 million adults in Canada are not getting the needed amount of exercise, and that's a huge issue.
For our solution, we plan on creating an app that will help people become more motivated and willing to exercise. This is our app, Fit Friends. They might be thinking, isn't the point of the project to put that in phones or guts and get moving? Well, in this day and age, social media has become a big part of our lives. We plan on combining the social aspect with exercise to make it more encouraging. With our app, you can stream, post photos and videos, and also chat with friends. We talked to various experts, and they say that the social aspect can help motivate people, which is why we believe Fit Friends can work.
During our project, we consulted various experts, such as university professors in different fields and government agencies. We also consulted various resources, such as Google and YouTube, and created a survey on this topic, receiving first-hand information gathered from others, which we use inside our presentation.
We designed an app on Thunkable to create a design of what our app would look like when used. This app will help support people in need of exercise and also create friendly competition with others. Our target audience is mostly adults and teens that are interested in working out. Research shows that around 80% of people are motivated to exercise with friends rather than be by themselves. This app will allow you to interact with others without the need of face-to-face contact. You can also make friends while you work out in different communities where you can chat, live stream, post pictures, and also just look around. Based on your scenario, we believe that this app will be the perfect solution for you.
Well, tell me about how this app works and what it can do.
You can do so many things. After you log into the app, you can see many screens with various features. The home screen offers many exciting things to do. You can work on your personal goals.
Wow.
You can set reminders and plan your workouts with the schedules page.
Wow.
Well, what if I have health-related issues?
Well, this won't be a problem. With the contact center page, you can contact experts. The messages page allows you to chat with others, and the friends page allows you to look at who your friends are. You can look for nearby adventures through an interactive trail screen. And you can also challenge your friends in a fun competition.
I'm challenging you.
I accept the challenge. Oh, you won.
Nice try.
You can also do workouts and activities with others through the workouts page. And all this is done in a way that will surely motivate you.
This all sounds so great. I can't wait to get started. So you may also be wondering, why should I choose this app instead of the other exercise apps? They all make me exercise, so what's the difference? Well, our app uses the important social element in exercise. The communities we have within our app are a unique concept that allows people with common interests to group up and exercise, making it a motivational tool as well as a social tool. Most exercise apps are just for keeping track of your activity and can't actually motivate you. We also have a motivational message on loading pages. This app also has many workout features that are engaging and motivational. An app is also better because almost 100% of people use phones which have apps, and apps are a great way to stay connected. And according to Statista, 41% of people use exercise apps to track their activity. So an app would be much more convenient and safer for people during COVID to use. Our app can also connect with various step counters like Fitbit. This is a comparison from our app to other exercise apps. And as you can see, our app checks out on all the motivational elements and good fitness features while other apps are lacking compared to ours.
This is the design process that we use to find a problem and implement a solution. There are more details in the appendix.
Now to conclude our presentation, we have a wrap for you.
Don't give up. Don't let the fitness end. Motivate yourself and start using Fit Friends.
Exercise while you socialize. It's a brand new way to get energized.
So let's connect while staying protected, staying fit through the internet.
Get up and move. Without the trouble, exercise is no longer a struggle. That's the end of our presentation.
Thank you.
That was like a really fun presentation, including the little Lego Tang Clan rap there that we saw from Team Funnovate. But it's really interesting to see like First Lego League teams are developing apps. These are elementary school students and they're developing apps. Like our world is changing rapidly, so that is very exciting. Congratulations on that presentation, and thanks for sharing it with us because to me that was really informative. Okay, so now we got another spotlight presentation. This time it's Team 38463, the Technados.
We are the Technados, and this is our third season in the FLL. We are a group of 5 grade 6 and 7 students from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, and we have 2 new team members this season, Kobe and me. We've been running full steam ahead since mid-October, and we're super excited because this year we feel like we've done our best robot game and best project ever.
The problem, whether sitting in a car or bus going to school, sitting at a school desk all day, sitting at mealtimes, sitting doing homework, sitting reading a book, sitting watching TV, or sitting playing video games, there's one big problem facing kids today. Too much sitting. There are already too many couch potato kids, and many will turn into couch potato adults.
But how to motivate kids to want to get moving, especially when their parents are probably not moving either, so not being great role models to follow. How to make activity exciting and fun for kids so that they want to do it again and again. Have kids play an activity game that's directly based on their favorite video game. Hook them with what they're already hooked on, then reel them in. Our solution is Among Us Live game. It's a fun, live, role-play murder mystery game, and it has all the elements of a board game, just no board, and has all the action of the number 5 world-famous Among Us online video game by Innersoft, but live, with a get-moving twist. Players do tasks that are activity-based, which gets them up and moving. It's a game for kids and families. Since our game is related to Among Us, a video game that's gone viral, kids will be drawn in to play it. Once kids try it, it's so fun they'll keep playing. They'll be exercising and doing activity without even realizing it. Lack of motivation will not be a problem anymore. In the game, players are either a crewmate or an imposter, but nobody knows who the imposters are. Crewmates have tasks to do to fix their ship and survive, and must complete them all in order to win. Each task is written on a task card. Each player gets 6 of those. Tasks are fun. Some are crazy. Anybody can do them and will get players moving. Imposters do fake tasks, and they try to do them to impersonate crewmates, while meanwhile stalking and trying to kill crewmates. Imposters win by killing enough crewmates until the imposters outnumber the crewmates.
After we chose our solution concept, we had an analysis phase where we got into more detail about who would play our game and how it would be played, what items would be needed in order to play it, and how those items would look. The judges at the FLL practice event asked for a picture showing how our game was played, so we learned about event diagrams and flowcharts that could possibly show this. We came up with this event diagram that shows how to play our Among Us Live game. We also determined what we needed to play our game, such as task cards, identity cards, and other cards, instructions and envelopes for players to carry all their cards in, and we designed the visual look for all these items.
We've contacted Innersoft, the makers of the Among Us video game. We contacted the board game family for feedback on our game design. We contacted a marketing graphics designer, and later we contacted our prototyping team for feedback as they played. We learned what an explainer video is, and we came up with our own catchy phrase.
After that, we had a prototype design and build phase where we all helped to design and create different parts of the game box and its contents. The phase was pretty straightforward since we'd done a good detailed job with our analysis. It was fun. We learned and used a lot of drawing video and document management apps. We all got to do lots of hands-on things. And here's our Among Us Live game prototype reveal. We designed our game box ourselves, including its physical sizes and dimensions, its graphics on all faces, both inside and outside, its opening method of the actual container. We all love the Exploding Kittens game box with its magnetized flap opening, so ours is magnetized too. We have the age designation for our game, 7 years and up, on the front of the box, and our game strategy right up on the back. We also have task cards, and there's 60 of them. The task cards are activity-based to get you moving. Tasks have different difficulties, level 1, 2, and 3, and they're fun for all ages, not boring old exercises. There's also crewmate and imposter identity cards used to prove who you are during the game. And there's also I'm dead cards for each player to display if when killed. One call a meeting button card for any player to use to call meetings to vote on who's an imposter or to report a dead body, just like in the online version of Among Us. All cards are laminated to extend outside or inside play. There are detailed game instructions with all rules and guidelines. You can extend your game experience with these expansion packs. There's 10 multicolored game card envelopes for convenient carrying, and they easily fit into a standard pocket.
This is our live video of us playing Among Us Live. We had a prototype testing phase where some of us played Among Us Live game with family and friends. It's been a blast. More than 100 games have been played already. At first, we only had handwritten task cards, but it was still amazing. Games can be short or last up to 2 hours. Players are not getting bored because they're returning over and over to play again. From screen to real scene.
Dead in motion catching a live imposter.
Would you like to see our prototype game box live?
Yes, I would like to see that prototype game box live. That was a fantastic project. So, what's neat about First Lego League Challenge with these real world solutions, there's so many different ways. We saw a solution that was, app based, and we saw one like a traditional board game. Like they've taken an app and they've turned it into the real world, which is an activity. That was really cool. The package design was nice. That was I'm very impressed. That was super awesome. Hey, earlier, we talked about how we were going to have the standings ready from all our robot matches. Well, we have the standings right now, so let's take a look to see what they are. There's the leaderboard with all the scores. Congratulations to all the teams. Some really amazing scores throughout the events. So not only are you seeing the scores from the matches we saw today, but all 3 matches that the teams submitted to be scored by the referees. Really fantastic to see. Really cool stuff going on. But now I think it's time to have a little bit of fun. So we're going to bring Brennan back here, and we are going to display the Kahoot Challenge. Hey, Brennan, you have been winning the Kahoot Challenge on First Canada Live like 3-4 in a row now.
Yeah.
So you're kind of a first trivia expert here. So we're going to show this off. The planning committee's made some fun questions for everyone, so we encourage you to join in. If you want to join in, go to kahoot.it on your phone, and we will show you the code right now. The code is 542238. So join in on the fun. So, Brennan, how are you so good at first trivia? Is it just because you've always had a good memory, or you spend a lot of time reading, or?
I think it's a combination of being in the program for so long and just being so invested in it, I guess, the two. I've been doing First Lego League since 2006, which is a really long time. But, yeah, I've just been with it for so long. And, watching these amazing teams, including these First Lego League Challenge teams, really gets me excited.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun. Wow, we got a lot of people joining in to play here. Look at this. Green Rooster, Amazon Gator, Classy Yak. I'm glad the Yak is classy. We don't want any non-classy Yaks in the game here. Going to give these players a little bit of time to jump into the game. So we're going to be taking 8 questions about First Lego League Challenge, and it's going to be a really good time. And we're going to be handing out some prizes as well. So if you were in the top 3, you can win a prize. And at the end of the Kahoot, if you're in the top 3, take a screenshot with your screen name so we know who you are, and send an email to communications@firstroboticscanada.org to get you your prizes. And we'll tell you what your prizes are in just a little bit. Swaggy P is going to be hooking you up, so it's going to be good. I think we got enough players right now. I think it's time to get this started. Brennan, you ready for this?
I am super ready.
All right, let's start. Question number 1. Starting 3, 2, 1, Kahoot. Which of the following is not a past FLL Challenge season? Volcanic Panic, Mission Mars, Antarctic Adventure, and Ocean Odyssey. Those are all pretty realistic names, right, Brennan?
Yeah. Well, 3 of them were past challenges, so yeah, not obvious for sure.
So we're taking a look here, and there we go. Antarctic Adventure is the correct answer. Only one person got it right. A lot of people didn't believe in Volcanic Panic, and that's because Volcanic Panic, that was the game in 1999 or 2000, right, Brennan?
Yep, yeah, 2000.
So way back when. All right, let's see who the one correct answer was from. Smooth Lobster. Lobster. All right, Smooth Lobster, you put butter on your lobster. That's very smooth. Okay, let's hit the next question. How many points will your team earn if your robot fits in the large inspection space? You can earn, is it 0, 5, 15, or 10? Now, this is a newish rule, right, Brennan?
Yeah, this is something that was introduced last year, actually, for the first time, the inspection spaces, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, so as the answers are coming in, and we've got them, 0 points per mission, so green got it right. How does that exactly work, Brennan?
Yeah, so the large inspection is just the overall, like, the largest area, but if you can fit it in the small inspection area, you're going to get extra points, which kind of benefits teams that are building, like, small, compact robots, which can be really challenging.
Yeah, absolutely. It's another dimension to the challenge here. All right, let's take a look at our updated leaderboard. Woo! Fast Panther now in first place. Lots of people moving up because, of course, almost everyone got the first one wrong. So, of course, you're moving up. Let's move on to question number 3. What type of sensor is this? Is it a gyro, a touch sensor, a color sensor, or an ultrasonic sensor? There might be a hint by just taking a look at the top of the sensor. It's got a little bit of an identifying marking there. And
how well do they know their sensors?
Gyro. They know their sensors very well. 38 people got gyro correct. That's right, because it's got the little like rotation kind of arrows there, because gyros sense the rotation of your robot. Well, rotation of the sensor route the robot. All right, so now let's take a look at our scores. New leader, Classy Yak, up in first place, with the Silly Crab in second place. Good stuff happening here. Moving on to question number 4. In what position must the step counter be to earn 15 points? Bottom of the pointer on pink, bottom of the pointer on blue, bottom of the pointer on yellow, or bottom of the pointer on green? This is from this year's game, the step counter mission, which is one of the more challenging ones, I think.
Yeah, it definitely can get jammed up if you push it too hard, so you gotta be very smooth with your action. There we go.
And smooth taking it to yellow is where you've got to go. And guess what? 28 people got it correct, so we're doing pretty well here. And our leaderboard now looks like Classy Yak holding on to first place, but the Polite Horse is coming up close. It's a big race here. Seabiscuit on the outside. Moving on to the next question. Question 5. What does FIRST stand for? For innovating robotics by student teams, fearing individuals ruining science and technology. Don't ruin science and technology. Fighting intellectuals over robotics screaming terrors, or for inspiration and recognition of science and technology. I feel like this is one that most people should get. I hope.
Yeah.
And a lot did. 30 got for inspiration of recognition of science and technology. So our leaderboard is Classy Yak still in first place, or did the Polite Horse catch up?
Oh.
The Daring Rooster jumps into first place. Polite Horse now in third. Silly Crab up to second. Dynamic Koala moved up 6 spots. Okay, we're coming down to the end here. A couple more questions. How many countries have FLL Challenge teams? 28, 48, 68, or 88? We actually kind of gave this away during opening ceremonies. So we did mention this in the opening. So let's see who was paying attention or who just knows. Brennan, what's your favorite country that does first LEGO League?
We traded hats with an Australian team.
Nice.
So I have fond memories.
Very even split here, but 88 teams across 88 countries across the world represented in first LEGO League Challenge, which is very, very impressive. So let's see where our leaderboard goes now. Honest Giraffe up to first place. Everything's changing here. But Polite Horse is just kind of, staying close. They're on the cusp here. But Honest Giraffe's got a 500-point lead, so that could be major. Let's go on to our second last question. In what year was the first FLL Challenge released? We also gave away the answer to this one in opening ceremony. So was it 1999, 2004, 2009, 2014? And Brennan's given away some of this too earlier, talking about how long he's been involved in First LEGO League Challenge.
Yep, some of these years, or 2 of them I've competed in personally, so.
That's some, kind of giving hints about Brennan's age right here. All right, I think we can move on. I think we got enough responses at this point. So let's take a look at our correct answer. 1999. 29 folks got it right. Yeah, it was founded in 1998, and then the first event started played in 1999. So our leaderboard now with one question remaining. Oh, the yellow horse jumps into first place. This is tight. Yellow horse, daring rooster, polite horse, green falcon, silly crab, all within striking distance. So let's see what happens with the last question. Which is not one of the core values? We use creativity and persistence to solve problems. What we win is more important than what we can learn. We respect each other and embrace our differences. And we apply what we learn to improve our world. Gotta read carefully. There's one that kind of tricks you there. And the correct answer is what we win is more important than what we learn. The learning is what's most important. Winning just happens along the way. And if it happens, it's really cool. But what you've learned, the journey and the people you've met and all the core values you've picked up, that's what matters. So, Blue got it. Let's find out who our winners are. In third place, a prize winner is Mystery Lion. Second place, Green Falcon. And first place, Silly Crab.
Wow.
So our winners can choose from a selection of great prizes, 2 socks, shoelaces, and maybe even a coveted First Canada chip clip. If you're one of the winners, take a screenshot and email it to communications@firstroboticscanada.org to claim your prize. Silly Crab, Green Falcon, and Mystery Lion. Thank you, Brendan, for this Kahoot. Thanks for all your work with the game announcing here. Are you excited for the award ceremony?
I'm super excited. Really excited to recognize our amazing teams who are competing here today.
All right, and we're going to be back with that in just one second. But before we do that, we are very fortunate to have major sponsors from the government and from industry who've seen the value in this program and have demonstrated their support with financial gifts. The provincial government has backed our program with funds once again this year so that we've been able to financially support the growth of this great program through funding for new teams and events, including this fabulous event. It's been so fantastic to see companies such as Magna, Hatch, Amazon, Cinex, Qualcomm, and OPG supporting our mission. So thank you to our sponsors. And of course, we need to thank our volunteers just one more time before we get to the awards. So we want to recognize the contribution of everyone who helped put this event together, our judges, referees, and many other volunteers, Tournament Planning Committee Director Steven Schwartzentruber, Brennan on commentary, everyone behind the scenes on production. It's been so fantastic. Thank you for making such an amazing event happen. I've been having so much fun. I can't wait to do more of these, and this is good stuff. So thank you to all the volunteers, not just for the Kingston event, but all across First Canada. We really appreciate everything you do. So now it's time to hand out some awards. That's right, we've gotten to that point already. There's a lot of awards to hand out, a lot of great teams to recognize, and let's not waste any time. So we are going to start off with our Youth Coach Award. Coaches and mentors inspire their teams to do their best, both as individuals and together. And without them, there would be no First LEGO League. This award goes to the youth coach or mentor whose leadership and guidance is clearly evident and best exemplifies the first core values. Here to present the award is Tournament Director Steven Schwartzentruber.
In a year that has been as challenging as this, it is hard to narrow down the Coach Award to only 2 deserving individuals. I know that so many of our coaches have worked tirelessly to keep their programs running and their students engaged in virtual and hybrid learning environments. Today, we are going to recognize 2 such coaches. I will begin with the Youth Coach Award. Our Youth Coach Award is given to an individual who founded their own First LEGO League Challenge team. They recently graduated from First LEGO League Challenge and became a coach. His team remembers how he would come to every meeting, even though he was busy with school, and teach them programming and core values. And during the lockdown, he would play online games with the students to keep them engaged and having fun. But what stuck out was how he kept students' spirits up. 2 of the members of his team contracted COVID-19 during the build season, and the team's spirits were low. It was this coach who cheered them up, reminded them what First Lego League Challenge was about, and encouraged them to stay together until they reached the finish line. The Kingston Regional is honored to present the Youth Coach Award to Mahir Ambati from Team 31400 Texanic Knights.
Congratulations, Mahir, on a very well-deserved award. Our next award is the Adult Coach Award. This award recognizes the adult coach or mentor whose leadership and guidance is clearly evident and best exemplifies the first core values. Here again is Steven Schwarzentruber to present this award.
Our Adult Coach Award is given to someone who has a long history with First Lego League Challenge. This individual has coached teams at every level, from regionals to World Festival teams. Her team says that she spent 20 hours each week coaching them, and that without her, there would be no First Lego League team. She works tirelessly, and her impact knows no bound. She raised money for a First Lego League team that was devastated by a hurricane in Puerto Rico and sent them EV3 bricks, a laptop, and money for a generator. She is working to start a hybrid robotics breakfast program for low-income youth. And in her 8 years of coaching, she has never been recognized formally for her coaching efforts. Her team says that it is often those who shy away from the limelight that get overlooked. And we are proud to give her the recognition she deserves. The Kingston Regional is honored to present the Adult Coach Award to Helen McIntyre from Team 44462 L Cubed.
Congratulations, Helen. Now it's time to present our core awards, our team awards. The first award we're going to be presenting is the Innovation Project Award. This award celebrates a team that utilizes diverse resources for their innovation project to help them gain a comprehensive understanding of their problem, have a creative, well-researched solution, and effectively communicate their findings to the judges and the community. The Innovation Project Award goes to team number 38479, Funovate. Our next award is the Robot Design Award. This award celebrates a team that uses outstanding programming principles and solid engineering practices to develop a robot that is mechanically sound, durable, efficient, and highly capable of performing challenge missions. The Robot Design Award goes to team number 51167, the Lego Builders. The Robot Performance Award celebrates a team that scores the most points during the robot game. Teams have a chance to compete in at least three 2.5-minute matches, and their highest score counts. The Robot Performance Award goes to team number 3434, the Professionals. They had a score of 435 points. Next up is our Core Values Award. This award celebrates a team that displays extraordinary enthusiasm and spirit, knows that they can accomplish more together than they could as individuals, and shows one another teams respect at all times. The Core Values Award goes to team number 5440, Enthiran. At 435 was an amazing score. Twitch chat is telling us they think the world record is 505 or 510 points. So Ontario's, guess what, world? We're coming for that record. We're coming for it. And hopefully by the time we get to the provincial championships, we can see it happen. Speaking of the provincial championships, the next few awards qualify teams there. The Champions Award. This award celebrates a team that embodies the first LEGO League Challenge experience by fully embracing our core values while achieving excellence and innovation in robot performance, robot design, and the innovation project. As we just said, the winners of the Champions Awards all qualify for the Ontario First LEGO League Challenge Provincial Championship, taking place as part of the First Canada Digital Expo on May 15th. The third place Champions Award team for this event is team number 38463, the Technados. Woo! Technados. And our second place Champions Award team is team number 44462, L Cube. And our first place Kingston Remote Qualifying Tournament Champions Award winning team is team number 3434, the Pawfessionals. We also have 3 other teams advancing to provincials based on the results of this tournament, both judged and on the table. Joining our 3 Champions Award winners teams at this year's Remote Provincial Championship in May are teams 51167, the Lego Builders, 38479, Fun of 8, and 44847, Gert Bots. Well, everyone, this concludes the closing and awards ceremony for this weekend's first LEGO League Challenge Kingston Remote Qualifying Tournament. Please join us again over the next couple weekends for the other regional qualifying tournaments to see these amazing teams in action and to celebrate their learning and accomplishments from throughout the replay season. Next Saturday, I believe starting at 10 a.m., we're going to be back with 3 events in a row. We've got the Western event, we've got the North Bay event, we have the Windsor event, all happening. Also, make sure you check out all the cool stuff happening across all the First Canada programs. We're going to be having an FTC qualifier in March. We got the STEMathon coming up, which is really interesting. Also, you've seen me play with these bricks. If you're interested in getting involved with these types of bricks, First LEGO League Discover is also out there. So much good stuff happening. Thanks to everyone who was a part of this event. We really, really appreciate it. Hope you had a good time. Hope you got up and danced, and hope you were being a little bit of active because that's what replay is all about. We will all be seeing you soon. Bye, everyone.